question. Oh, I am live? Really? Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first watch along of the West Indies England ODI series. It's 3 matches. They are being played in England. And right now, West Indies are under the coach after winning the toss and asking England to bat first. They are 120. England are 124 for 1 at the first drinks break. These matches usually comes with 2 drinks breaks. At the first drinks break, England batting first are 124 for 1 after West Indies won the toss. Important news for West Indian fans, especially for Joel Andrew fans, is that he is in the playing 11 as a result of Evan Lewis suffering an injury just before the start of play. Lewis was named in the playing 11, of course, but just before the toss was spun, he got an injury, received an injury. We do not know how serious the injury is, but he chose to pull out, and Joel Andrew is in the playing 11. Now, one of the things when I'm watching a cricket match, 124 for 1, that I look at is where did the match change? And unfortunately for the West Indies, this match changed very early. I think and this is my opinion, of course, and that's what I do here. You agree or you disagree, I give my opinions. That review from Jaden Seals when the ball was clearly going down the leg side, and West Indies losing that review, I think that the players' head dropped. Although it was in the second over of the match, I think their head just dropped. And knowing that this West Indies team lacks mental toughness, and you could even say that's the reason why Evelyn Lewis is not playing, because he lacks mental toughness. We do not know the seriousness of the injury. Maybe it was a genuine case that he could not play. But how many other persons will pull out at the last moment how many other persons from other countries would pull out at the last moment if the injury was not serious? So we really need to know the nature of the injury. But we lack mental toughness, and it appears that when that review went against us, which is clearly what's going to happen, is that our head drop. This West Indies team cracks easily under pressure. And the slightest little thing happen that doesn't go their way, they crack, because they do not have that mental toughness, the resilience. You'd say low resilience. They have a low mental resilience. So at 124 for 1 after 16 overs, I have been asking myself, will England get 500? Will England set a new record today and get 500? That's what I'm asking myself. So what really needs to happen as Gudakesh Moti comes in, round the wicket to Duckett, who played it down the inside of the pitch, to King, and there's no run. Was that King or Chase? It looks to be Chase. What really needs to happen is that something needs to happen for the West Indies in this game, for them to get it back together. Moti round the wicket, bowls to Duckett, and Duckett cannot beat mid-wicket or a straight, short mid-on or a straight mid-wicket. But that man on the onside there in the region of mid-wicket, Duckett cannot beat him. He's on 55 from 41. Moti to Duckett, and Duckett this time he's it down to long on for a single. 125 for 1 England after 16.3 overs. So something need to happen, because the mental resilience in the team is probably just a little low. Jamor Small say, yes, we need 2 quick wicket. Good morning, everyone. If I did not say it, I must say it. Good morning, everyone. Wherever you may be, let's say good afternoon, good day, greetings, and welcome to the #1 cricket channel in the Caribbean. I apologize for being a little late, but, things happen. Just let's leave it at that. Good stop by the fielder there. Can that stop spur them into action? When Joe Root is on 31 from 36 deliveries, you know that the bowling is not on spot. The bowling has been poor. So I apologize. Things happen, and I'm here, and I hope that we can go through the rest of this game. Naturally, it's a long game. Naturally, I probably won't be here for the entire England innings, because I know as West Indian fans, we want to be here when West Indies are batting. West Indies is batting. So we look forward to that. So I really thank everyone for being here. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your understanding. Preacher Cardis, Jamor Small, I appreciate it. Ashik Mohammed, yes, man, really appreciate it. So it might be Moti today. Let's see. So Greaves is back into the attack. 2 runs from that over from Moti. Probably the best of the West Indies innings thus far. This partnership is 62 from 61. Let's watch Greaves. Over the wicket, bowls to Root, who played it back on the bounce, past the bowler down to long on for 4. Sloppy there from Greaves. This is what I'm telling you about the low mental resilience of the West Indies players. They break so easily under pressure. Greaves was the man after I asked him a question. By the time I reach home, I see a message that I should not have asked him the question. So You just know the mental state of these players. Because that ball should have easily stopped. What he does, he ducked under it and put up his hand. He should not have ducked and put up his hand. He should have come here and look at the ball and did that. It's simple enough. You duck, you're not looking at the ball and put up your hand. Or you're going to stop it. Just tell me how you're going to stop it and tell me if I'm wrong. The ball coming back to him, he ducks, put up his hand. Low IQ, low mental resilience, break easily under pressure, weak psychologically, not aware of their surrounding. And all they do is hype. But I should not have asked you that question. But I would have known that if I duck, I cannot see the ball. What I need to do is to shift my head and take the ball like this. 130 for 1. England batting. Greaves over the wicket. Comes in, bowls to the right-handed Root, who looks to turn that hand to the hand side. Stifle the peel. They go through for a leg by, contemplate the second. It's not on. 130. 1 foot 1. Just 131 for 1. Hope don't let him convince you to go for it. It's clearly going down the leg side. Well done, Hope. You allow Greaves to convince you. Now, can you imagine if that ball clearly going down the leg side and Greaves convince Hope and Hope go for it? A 600 England would make 600. 600. You know? Yes. So Karen Fritz is saying, good morning. Really disappointed with how we used the new ball this morning. Greaves' attitude has been poor today. That drop second over cost us momentum. Yes, it was not a difficult catch. It wasn't a dolly, but it was not a difficult catch. But at this level, you need to take those catches. You know, here's the Greaves over the wicket to the left-handed Duckett, who turned this into the hand side, and they will get a single. One more to the total. It goes up by 1 to 132 for 1 after 17.5 overs. 132 for 1 after 17.5 overs. Hope, wow. Hope is down, you know. Oh, he's up now. Oh, great. Okay. Great. Yeah, you know, what I found out with these West Indies players. No, I shouldn't say what I found out. I am generalizing there. So Greaves over the wicket, bowls to Root, pitched up, driven into the offside, can't beat the fielder, went straight to him. He stopped it. Good. 132 for 1 after 18. The perception that I got from these West Indies players is that profiling is more important to them than being good cricketers. That's the perception that I have. Yeah, profiling to them is more important than being good cricketers. So they spend more time probably drying their face with a towel more than practicing to bat properly, more than practicing to bowl properly. Yeah, that's a perception that I have of these West Indies players, that profiling is more important to them than being good cricketers. You know. Maybe because nobody sees them when they are not on the cricket field, they have to try and make the most of it. But the thing about it, you know, if you are good cricketers, very good cricketers, even when you're not on the cricket field, persons will see you. Moti, round the wicket, bowls to Root off the back foot, steered it down to the sweep on the cover boundary. Has to move to his right, but limit them to 1. Good work there. Was that match of 4? Good work. Very good work there, Matthew Ford, coming off the cover boundary. One more to the total, 134 for one. We're in over number 18, over number 19, 18.2 has gone. The left arm orthodox spinner, Gudakesh Moti. Round the wicket, bowls to Duckett, who turned this through square leg, back with a square leg, short fine leg comes to his right field. One more to the total, 135 for one after 18.3. Sir. 135 for one after 18.3. Swinger spin bowling in England, everything else will travel. Mental fortitude crucial. Absolutely. Absolutely, Preacher Cardis, as Monty bowls to Root, who ease it down to long off for another single. They're just sticking it over nicely here. 136 for one, Monty 2.4 overs, none for 12. Oh, Preacher Cardis has said that he hopes that it is Gudakesh Moti day today. Let's see. Moti bowls to Duckett, and Duckett slap this to the man at the edge of the circle at mid-off, and there is no run. 136 for one, that's Greaves, not Seals should say, at the edge of the circle there at mid-off. Moti into Duckett, down the pitch, and he swings this, mistime it down to long on for another single. It's 137 for one at the end of over number 19. 137 for one. The current run rate is 7.21. Remind you that West Indies won the toss and chose to field, and England have lost this wicket of James Smith. Good catch by Brandon King. Wasn't a difficult catch again, but it's a good sharp catch at mid-wicket off the bowling of Alzarri Joseph. He made 37 from 24 deliveries. Duckett is not out on 60. Joe Root is on 38. So Brook captaining the England team for the first time. Well, officially, he did act as standing captain before. Yes. So it's a very important point there that Sheldon is making. That, good morning to you, Sheldon, that England is not really playing a lot of that ball. Brilliant. Has he taken it? Magnificent by that man, the West Indies test captain, Raston Chase at backward point. So Greaves pitched up outside the half stump, Duckett into the drive. That's where he loves it. And Gray and Chase plucked it out of the backward point. Oh, what a catch. So there was Greaves pitching up, Duckett into the drive. It flew high in the air, and Chase one-handed right and plucked it out of the air at backward point. And importantly, he protected the ball. And that's what I'm always saying. Protect the ball. Well done. Protect the ball. Don't let the ball touch the ground. And well done there. And I'm happy that he protected the ball. Ben Duckett goes, can that now spur these guys into life? Can it now change their attitude? Can it now raise their head again? Can it now let them push out their chest again? Can those shoulders now become square again? And so can that now just lift them psychologically? Will this be the turning point in the West Indies bowling performance? Will that be? Will that be? Let's hope it is. But brilliant catch by Raston Chase at backward point. He had said in one interview, I don't know if I played that clip or those of you who may have heard the interview, where he said that Darren Sammy sees him as one of the best fielder in the team and is always encouraging him to be better in the field. So that was brilliant, absolutely brilliant by Raston Chase at backward point. Hopefully now this will spur the team on. So in come the England captain, Harry Brook. Harry Brook was at the 2016 World Cup with Alec Atanase. And look at the difference in progression. What caused the difference in production? And don't tell me about infrastructure. Turn away, down to fine leg for a single. Good morning, Cricket Forum. I agree it's a team that easily depressed. They were bowling all over the place this morning. That couldn't have been the plan. Definitely. It couldn't have been the plan. Yes, Jamor Small, what a catch. And yes, I agree with you. Now the time to put on pressure on the batting here. We are just hoping that just change their attitude, just lift their spirit. Greaves driven down to the man at mid-on, and there is no run. So what a catch, brilliant catch. Really good catch there by Ruston Chase, the West Indies test captain. Oh my Lord, what a catch. Every time they show it, as Greaves pitched up outside the half stump, Duckett into the shot and hit it very, very hard and high, and Chase flung himself up, lift off, like he lift off defying gravity. Yes, he defied gravity, because to lift off that high from a standing position, because all the replays that I've seen doesn't suggest that he moved any at all. And to lift off that high from a standing position, he defied gravity. Brilliant by Ruston Chase, the West Indies test captain. Over the wicket now come Greaves, bowls to Brook, and Brook steer this away to mid-wicket, and there is no run. So no run there, and one delivery to come in the over. One delivery to come in the over. 139 for 2 after 19.5. 139 for 2 after 19.5. Greaves over the wicket. Bowls to Brook down the leg side, turn it away, through forward of square, mid-wicket. That's Brandon King, moves back, picked up 1 to the total. It's 140 for 2 after 20 overs. So brilliant there. I think that was his third wicket. That was Greaves' third wicket in one day international. So he doesn't have many, and he will give Chase a lot of credit for that third wicket. So Matthew 4, 3 overs, none for 28. Jaden Seals, 3 over, listen to this, none for 35. Alzari Joseph, 4 overs, 1 for 20. Ruston Chase, 4 overs, listen to this, none for 34. Budakesh Moti, 3 overs, none for 13. And Justin Greaves, 3 overs, 1 for 13. It's Budakesh Moti to continue. He comes in now, bowls to Brook, Brook, who played it down to long on for a single, 1 more to the total. West Indies England goes up by 1 to be 141 for 2. Yes, we really hope they spur them into action here. So not good bowling from the West Indies today, any at all. Moti comes in, bowls to the right-handed Root, who play this down to the field and the cover boundary, and they get 1 more. So let's see, as Jamor Small and I think that, we want to now use this opportunity to peg them back. It will be very interesting if we can peg them back using this opportunity. Moti round the wicket, bowls to Brook, who cannot beat the man at cover point. The score remains at 142 for 2. We are now over number 21. I look forward to your interactions. Keep the interactions coming. Please remember, importantly, to slash a like on the video. Click on that subscribe button, as this is whipped away down to the fielder on the long on boundary for a single. 1 more to the West Indies total. Sorry, to the England total. We would have been happy if West Indies were 143 for 2 after 20.4 overs. Wouldn't we? Would be so happy. Moti comes in, bowls to Root, who eases this down to long off for another run. They're doing it so easily, the English. They're just making sure that West Indies doesn't get a chance to restrict them. So they're right now, since they're making sure that they rotate the strike, Brook, Moti to Brook. Again, he just ease it down to long to cover, to the sweep on the cover boundary for 1 more. So 145 for 2 after 21 overs. 145 for 2. Please keep the comments coming. We appreciate it. Please keep those comments coming. Remember to slash a like on the video. You just click off the live chat, and then you will see the thumbs up button. You will see the subscribe button. Just please click on them and subscribe, please. We appreciate you all. So only 22 likes. We can do better than that. 160 plus watching. So we can do much better than that. Here is Greaves, comes in down the leg side, turn away by Brook down to the fielder on the backward square leg boundary for one more. West Indies. Keep on saying West Indies. Why I think it's West Indies batting? It's England batting. There are 146 for 2 after 21.1. Know that person's tuning in every time and person's leaving every time, but as you come on, just please slash a like on the video, because we know persons are listening in their car, persons are going to work, persons are at work, and they tune in now and then. Greaves comes in, bowls to the right-handed Root, who played it back down the half side of the pitch, and there is no run. Root, man, you remember that incident with Root and Gabriel? And it's just again that Gabriel, why did Gabriel admit to saying it? You know, it's a separate thing whether he say it or not, or he should not have said it, whether he should have said it or should not have said it. That's not what I'm discussing. In my view, he should not have said it, right? But once he said it, he should not have admitted to it, because I don't think anyone else heard. You know, he should not have admitted to it. No, man. Good comeback, but we may still be facing 300 plus. Sheldon, I agree with you. I don't see us restricting them to less than 350. I don't see it. But let's hope. Just let's hope. Greaves comes in, bowls to Brook. Brook solid in defense, played it down. They are on side of the pitch, and there is no run. 21.4 have been bowled. 147 for 2. England asked to take first strike. So I agree with you, Sheldon. I don't see them being restricted for less than 350. You'll have to bowl them out. And in reality, looking at the West Indies bowling, you are not getting that penetrative look from it. Greaves over the wicket, down the leg side, clipped away by Brook to the man on the backward square leg boundary, Casey Carty, who lobs the return in on the bounce to the keeper. 148 for 2 after 21.5. West Indies winning the toss and asking England to bat first. Interestingly, and we must point out these little things, is that when Ben Duckett was at the crease, the run rate was 7.21. It is now down to 6.78. So that's a moral victory for the West Indies. Good look of victory there. But it's more than a moral victory. It's the numbers. And cricket is always about numbers. That one played into the mid-wicket region, and there is no run. End of the over. 148 for 2 after 22 overs. Yeah, as I brought up the point, numbers there. It is unbelievable. The number of persons who doesn't want to look at the numbers when it doesn't suit their favorite player or their countryman. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. And it's unbelievable the number of things that they come up with to try and put the numbers aside. And when I see those posts and I see those comments, I don't know how to respond to them, because I can't respond to them. I can't, because if you're going to ignore the person's performance and try to reason ignoring the person's performance, how must I respond to that? I can't. Moti comes in, bowls, whipped away, wide of long on. The fielder sends the return in. The score goes up to 149 for 2. England batting. Yeah, how can I respond to someone who tried to ignore the performance of an individual just to justify it. Moti comes in, bowls to Root, who goes deep in his crease and played it down to long off for a single. One more to the total. That's the England 150. 150 for 2 after 22.3. You know, because... And the question that I always ask persons as we watch this delivery from Gudakesh Moti, round the wicket, bowls to Brook, and Brook is solid in defense, can't beat the man at extra cover. Well, really and truly, he defended the ball out. He had no intention of really hitting that ball out. It was a test match defensive strokes. Moti bowls to Brook, and Brook, now with more intent, gets this down to long off. On the bounce, down to long off. It passed extra cover in the air, but it was always far from him. And I think it did bounce on the pitch. So one more to the total. It's 151 for 2. The cameraman is a little jerky here, so these things happen everywhere. Flicked away, a full toss from Moti, flicked away down to the fielder on the mid-wicket boundary for one more. 152 for 2 at the end of 23. Gudakesh Moti, 5 overs, none for 22. So the thing that I always ask them is this. Tell me one cricket match where it's not the numbers determine the result. Yes, so tell me a cricket match where it's not the numbers determine the result. So the numbers is what reflects performance. So the number is the most important thing in a game of cricket, the numbers. It's the most important thing for a cricketer because the numbers reflect your performance. Greaves comes in, bowls to the right-handed Joe Root, who turned this through square leg for a single, 153 for 2. So all of you who, this is your position because you don't want to look at the performance when you're talking about your players because you want to use some other method to pick them. Let's watch Greaves. Over the wicket, comes in, pitched up, driven, down to the man at the edge of the mid-off circle who moves to his left and then send a wayward return in, but backed up into the onside. One more to the total, 154 for 2. Tell me when it was not the numbers that determined the result of a cricket match. And then if you can convince me or tell me of one occasion when the numbers is not what determined the result of a cricket match, then all of you are saying that Greaves over the wicket bowls to Root, who plays this to mid-wicket, and there's no run. So all of you are saying that, yeah, the stats important, but it's not the most important thing. Tell me what more important. Tell me what is more important. The stats is always the most important thing, the numbers. Because if it is not the numbers that determine the match, then tell me what else determine it. Greaves up to the wicket, bowls to the right-handed Root, who forces this one off the back foot down to the fielder on the cover boundary for one more. It's 155 for 2 after 23.4 overs. .300 for England. Buttler to score a half-century, said Somi. How you doing? Welcome to the show, man. Welcome to the show. You know what? We don't see that much from the West Indies. Pace bowlers, Yorkers. This is just a weird observation. Yeah, sometimes you wonder if the Yorker is going out of the game as Joe Root steered that one down to third man for a single. Harry Brook should say, sorry, my apology. 156 for 2 as you see the score there on the screen. I just forget that the score is on the screen, so I could do the score probably at the end of the over more than doing it after every ball. Definitely, there are persons who are visually impaired who have tuned into us, and they are some of our most loyal viewers. They always tune into us to watch the game, because by listening to us, they keep abreast. And I appreciate all of you who are here this morning. Welcome, big welcome to you. Down the ground, down to long on for one more. So after 24 overs, England, who were asked to bat by the West Indies, they are 157 for 2 after 24. Greaves, 1 for 21 from his 5 overs. Not bad going there by Greaves, 1 for 21 from his 5 overs. Yes, Jamor Small, we see, you look at someone like a Mid-Stark. You recall the days like Ambrose, Joel Garner, although that is probably going back too far in the past. But nowadays, you don't see these Yorkers. I don't know why we're not bowling Yorkers nowadays. Yes, so Ferrell Francis believed that England in a great position to pass 375, 380. It's possible. They will need another 200. They will need another 200 from 25 overs. They need another 222 from 25 overs. I would say they are able, they may be able to pass it, but I don't necessarily say great position. Because when I reflect on the word great Ferrell Francis, it comes across to me that it is more likely to pass 380 than not to pass it. And I don't think so. While I believe as Morty comes in bowls to Root to click this away through square leg for one more. 59 for 2. 160 for 2 after 24.3. While I believe that it is possible for them to pass 380, I believe it is less likely for them to pass 380 than to pass it. So therefore, in my opinion, I would rule out the word great. Then again, you may be right. They may well be in a great position, but not for me. Not for me. 161 for 2. But they will need a further 220 here from 25 overs to pass it. Let's watch Budakesh Moti. Just about now grips the ball. He comes in, bowls to Brook, who's off the back foot, and played it down to the field and the cover boundary for one more. One more to the total. It's 162 for 2 after 24.5. 162 for 2 after 24.5. Joe Root brought up his 42nd one-day international 50. So to go with that 42-50, has scored 1700s in 178 matches. So 17 and 42, what's that, 59 in 178? That's good enough. That means that he would have passed 50 in every 3 matches. Because in every 3 matches, 178 matches, 59, 3 times 59 is what? 177. And it's 178 matches. So you would have passed 50 in every 3 matches. Chase bowls a full toss to Brook. Oh no, they're showing replay of Joe Root 50. So 162 for 2 at the end of over number 25 with Joe Root on 50 and his batting partner Brook on 13. So will Greaves get one more? Just waiting to see if Greaves will get another over. He has gone 5 on the trot. Yes, they are giving him another over. So this is good. Down the leg side, wide signal. Well, he's clocking 80 miles per hour. That's not bad enough. I never knew that he was capable of bowling 80 miles per hour. I always thought that he was down in about 75. So that's good from Greaves. Steve Russell, good morning. Welcome to the show. Yes, man. Let's watch now. Over the wicket comes Greaves, bowls to Root, who turned this away through square leg. And there's one more, 164 to the total. Numbers in terms of runs scored especially do determine the match outcome every time unless rain fall or so. But even if rain fall, the numbers still determine the outcome. Because if, say we are playing an ODI match, let's watch this delivery from Greaves. Over the wicket, down the ground comes Brook and hit him dead straight for 6. Into the ground, into the crowd. 170 for 2. All right, so for this to be a match, West Indies will have to bat 20 overs in their second innings. So if rain fall and West Indies don't bat 20 overs and it is declared no result, it's the numbers again, because West Indies never reached 20 over. 20 is a number, eh? So 20 is a number. So it's a number again that determined the result. That it was a no result, because West Indies never bat 20 overs. Everything comes back to the numbers. Everything. It comes back to your economy. It comes back to your number of wickets you take. It comes back to your average. Whether batting or bowling, it comes back to the number, the result of the game. There's no case, absolutely no case, where the numbers doesn't determine the result of a match. Absolutely no case. So, over the wicket, hit away high in the air, down towards fine leg. The fielder can't get there. In fact, it would not have mattered if a fielder was there. It all gone for 6. Nonetheless, whether a fielder was there or not, it was always going to be 6. So Jam was small, so I realized the run rate dropping. Yes, but you take it back, it gone back up. However, player stats don't always do. Sweetbread, I don't know what you mean. Tell me one occasion, Sweetbread, when the player stats doesn't matters, and I will agree with you. And I'm not talking about the semantics, Sweetbread, not the semantics. And I'm not talking about the semantic where somebody make 30 and someone make 31. But because the big bat come back into the team, you have to drop one of them. I'm not talking about those little semantics, those little isolated semantics. Because you can always find the isolated semantics when you pick Brook instead of Root, because of some liquor semantics. There's no other way to put it. But 2 questions. Tell me one occasion when the numbers didn't determine the result of the match. Tell me one. And 2, tell me in a general sense, when is it that the numbers is not what determine performance? Tell me. Sheo don't have any confidence in our batting. He won the toss. West Indies should bat. I think the wicket will start taking spin, said Ferrell Francis. All right, thank you for your views, Ferrell Francis. It's appreciated. I don't have any opinion on it one way or the other, so I won't say. But from the interview yesterday, Sheo did express deep confidence in the batting, so I don't know. Because Sheo himself said it yesterday in the interview that he has a lot of confidence in the batting. So you probably think that what he was saying was not aligned with his true thoughts. Seals over the wicket, bowls to Root, who clip this away, wide off mid-on, down to the boundary for 4. Pitched up by Seals, and he starts again where he left off in that first spell, as that is clipped away down to the wide long on boundary for 4. Pitched up to Joe Root on his pad, and he just clipped it away. So whether the wicket will take spin or later, I don't know. I have no opinion on that. I have no opinion on whether Shea Hope was not talking what he believed yesterday, but he did say he has a lot of confidence in the batting. Seals bowls to Joe Root, who steered this in his customary shot. That release shot from Joe Root, where he just guided the ball through backward point down to third man for a single. So 1 more to the total. He moves up to 57. England 183 for 2 after 26.2. So Glenn Campbell said, all right, sing on choir. The numbers don't lie. How are you doing, Glenn Campbell? Good to have you here, man. Good to have you here with your purple heart. Over the wicket comes Seals, bowl, edge down to third man for 4. Harry Brook was on the back foot looking to cut. It bounced more than he expected. It got the top edge as he played with the square bat. Edge past the keeper down to the boundary for 4. Was Shea Hope wrong-footed? I would like to see the replay if he was wrong-footed or he should have gone for the catch. You'd want your keeper going for those, don't? You'd want your keeper going for those. That's not the angle that I want to see. You'd want your keeper going for those. I want to see another angle. Before I read, the first angle that I saw is that you'd want your keeper going for those. Take it or not, you want him to go for it. Seals bowls to Brook, who defends the bowler fielding his follow through down the offside of the pitch, and there is no run. At least you even want him to try and stop it. He was wrong-footed. That's not the shot. That's not the shot. I really want to see if he should have gone for it, even if he was not going to take the catch, but at least go for it. That is so true. Seals need to bowl outside the half stump. You know? Glenn Campbell said, Shea Hope sounds like a man who bought $20 gas and said he was confident it would take him to Murray from Kingston. Turn away down to the man on the square leg boundary for a single. It's 120. It's 188 for 2. So they will need to score 200 after the next 23.1 over to beat the target that, who was it that said that they're in a great position to get 380? But Glenn Campbell, I assume $20, you mean 20 US dollars or 20 Jamaican dollars? Because they don't sell 20 Jamaican dollars worth of gas. Seals onto the front foot, Root drives, he's out caught behind. Seals pitched up that one, Root into the drive, nicked off the slip, and Seals got the breakthrough. Root has to go. 57 he made. So there was Jaden Seals pitching up one outside the half stump. Root onto the front foot, it leave him ever so slightly. Edge found, Hope did the rest. England have lost their third wicket, and they are now 183 for 3 with Joe Root gone for 57. Well bowled, Jaden Seals. And that's what you were saying, Jamor Small. Outside the half stump. Outside the half stump. You said that you believe Seals going to get a wicket. Thank you, Jaden Seals, said Jamor Small. Yes. You know, that sometimes that there, one of the things that I encourage persons to do, because I really appreciate all of you here, but sync your stream to mine, because I appreciate the feedback and the comments and so on. But I appreciate when you do not go ahead of us. So, Mr. Forum, I have to say well done on Carty. I won't criticize again. I wonder if If Oak worry for rain, why win the toss to bowl? Okay, all right, Garth Williams. Well, I love that. I love that. Yes, I remember our conversation, and I have to be working very hard to convince you that Carty was a sure pick in the ODI team. And I'm glad that when Carty justified back-to-back century, and I also appreciate you, Garth Williams. It showed that you're a big man to come and said, yes, you got it right. So Somi from England is an English fan through and through. Somi, are you an English fan or you are anti-West Indian fan? Which one? As that is played to backward point, chase field, and there is no run. So we really want to know, we love having you here because this is a West Indies fan community. And having someone that is not a West Indian in the live chat, it put the banter to a next level. And we always welcome the banter in this community because that's what we are all about, respectful banter. Is that true, Somi? They are using only one ball today in ODI? I don't think so. I must double check that. Oh, you're an Indian, Somi. Is one ball they're using in? Can anyone confirm whether that is true? That we are using only one ball today? Wow, it's a surprise. It's the first time getting that information. And I haven't seen, I will double check I'm double checking the release that Cricket West Indies put out this morning concerning the match to see that if they said anything about it. So it's very, very, very interesting. It's the first. Can anyone else confirm that? There's nothing about the release. Oh, Brandon King is playing his 50th ODI match today. Congratulations, young man. I hope it will be a wonderful one for you. As Ford is back into the attack and that ball went into the third man boundary. I was just looking at the release. I never saw the shot, so I will tell you shortly what happened. So Brook was down the pitch, giving him the charge, and it comes off the bat and it flew where first it would be. He would not have been able to catch it though because it would have been high over his head and it went down to third man. It went down to third man for four. Fourth, down the leg side, Brook allowed it to pass him, wide signal. The score goes up by 1. It's 193 for 3. 193 for 3. We need a good spell here from Matthew Ford. Oh, yeah, suggesting it. I saw me one of that you should say first time, man. That is just the first thing, you gave me so much work. You need to pay for those work when you gave me so much work. Say you're suggesting it now. Yeah? No, I am not in agreement with that. We have seen in the past where the one white ball in ODI cricket, it becomes so dark and everything because it's white and when the grass, the green grass and the white ball, by the time it reaches about 35, 40 overs, the batsmen generally having difficulty picking up the ball because it now becomes almost the color of the grass. So unless they can improve the technology on it, I am not in for that. I am not in for one ball. Ford comes in, he bowls to the batsman who covers up. It's 28 overs have been bowled, 194 for 3. Buttler is yet to score. Brook is on 36 from 31 deliveries. Any little spin will assist Adil Rashid. That one is gone. Yeah, well, Rashid is a great spinner. Adil Rashid getting spin and turn and bounce and doing his thing is a different comment from the pitch is going to spin. So it's two separate comments, Ferrell. And to me, I see them as being in two different things. Yeah, we announced that he was injured. He got injured just before the start of the match. Oh, yeah, just before the start of the match. He was in the playing 11, but while they were warming up, he got a knock. He got a knock and he pulled out. We were told this morning, Sheldon. This morning we were told the release from Cricket West Indies said he was in the playing 11, and while they were warming up this morning, he got a knock. So I don't know if you have information otherwise, Sheldon, but the release said this morning he got a knock. And that one is played down to mid-on, and there is no run. It's 194 for 3. Any of the IPL guys will join the West Indies squad? No. I don't. But again, we do not have many players in the West Indies squad. Seals bowls to Brook, who played it down the inside of the pitch, and there is no run. So Seals is back. It appears now that Seals is now back, has now found this groove, especially after that wicket. Steve Russell believes that this series will decide how well we are for the World Cup, said Sammy. I don't think Sammy quite said it that way, Steve Russell. So I don't know if you're quoting Sammy correctly. From the interview I heard, I don't think that's what he said. Off the hip, he just turned it away down to back with a square leg. Work for the left-handed Gudakesh Moti. You done well. Limit them to a single and send the return low to the keeper. But importantly, he didn't try to bounce it in. And so it went to the keeper on the full. And the batsmen, as a result, have to stay in their crease. Well done, Gudakesh Moti. 195 for 3 after 28.4. It's amazing how England and West Indies have to qualify. No, this is Garth Williams. I don't quite understand. So explain to me, please. As that one is played down to backward point for a singer. Because more teams will qualify directly for this World Cup than the previous one, because 14 teams will be in it. So it's not the regular 8 teams that used to qualify. And the cutoff date has not yet arrived. So England and West Indies may well qualify directly without having to go through the qualifiers, because to the best of my understanding, I don't know the cutoff date. I don't know if anyone knows it. I don't even know if ICC release a cutoff date or they know the cutoff date, Garth Williams. So the thing is that both teams can still qualify directly. Depends on where they finish in the table. Not even Australia is safe to qualify directly right now, or India. No team is safe because they can start losing a series of matches and everybody pass them. I think the only team that is safe is the host nation. Jamor Smalls, I had something to ask Jamor now. You know what would be interesting? Bowl around the wicket and bowl across the batsman. 3 slips. Just a playful thought. As I say that Jamor Small, I remember a match. Ford comes in now, bowls to Brook, who eased this down to long off for a single. One more to the total. It goes up to 198 for 3 after 29.1. I remember, who was it? Moeen Ali. Moeen Ali was it bowling to Virat Kohli. Let's watch Jos Buttler face this ball from Ford, and he edged it down to third man for a single. He was using his feet to try and get to the pitch of the ball. Ford saw him coming and bang it down halfway, and he has to edge it down to third man. One more to the total. No ball, bat by 4, no ball. Oh, sorry. When I say sorry, I don't mean sorry because he did it. And just, a little bit of indiscipline coming into the West Indies bowling attack here. No ball, free hit. So Brook is on strike. He's on 39. Matthew Ford, none for 33.4.1 overs. He's making some adjustment in the field, as he can do because it's a new batsman. So there are 5 on the offside. He comes in, bowls to Brook, who gave himself room and bang it through the offside for 4. He gave himself room. Matthew Ford followed him. Nonetheless, he was able to bang it through the offside, beat the gap, although there were 5 fielders in the offside ring. Did it go over the top or did it go into the gap? It went into the gap. There was a chance for a catch, but it was into the gap, so you have to say well played. Well played. 204 for 3. Well. Hitting the way high, down towards fine leg. The fielder has no chance. 6 more. He moves up to 49, 210. Now, the person had said that England was in a great position to make 380 plus. And I had said at the time that it is likely, but I don't think that the position was great. Well, I have revised my position now based on the numbers. Based on the numbers and how the game have evolved, if they don't make 380, I'll be very disappointed. Not I would be disappointed. But right now, it is more likely for them to make 380 plus than not to make it. So while earlier my position was that it was more likely for them not to make 380 plus, that position now has now evolved based on the numbers, and it now becomes more likely that they will make 380. So well done. I think it was Ferrell who had said it. I don't recall, but this is played in down to the field and the cover boundary for one more, 211 for 3 after 29.5. One delivery to come in over number 30. So that's Harry Brook, 6 ODI 50 and 100. Is his 27th match. So he's not quite as Joe Root because he has passed 57 times in 27 matches. So just about 4 matches, once every 4 matches he has passed 50. Well, 4 sevens is 28. This is his 27th match. So just about 4. Pull away down to the man and the deep square leg boundary for one more by Jos Buttler. End of over number 30. 212 for 3. 212 for 3. Good morning, Greg. Good morning, Lou Prudent. Someone tells Seals he needs to slip. Ford seems to be struggling in my view, said Lou Prudent today. Not sure if his rhythm is off, but it's a bit concerning. Yeah, fair observation, and well said. So back to you, Jamor Sumal, the idea of the 3 slips and bowling around the wicket. I was making a point that Moeen Ali bowling to Virat Kohli. Virat Kohli well set, hitting everything clean like a whistle out of the middle of the bat. And all of a sudden, the captain decided to put a silly point in front of Virat Kohli. Nothing that he had seen, It just come to him to put a silly point. And all of a sudden, Virat Kohli lost his timing. And wasn't hitting the ball as clean and as he was doing before. So I take your point, Jamor Small, that sometimes you just do some crazy things and hope that it works. Do it for over 2. Try something for over 2. That's what I always said. Try something. Just try something. Anything. Just try something. Sometimes you just try something. So I don't have an issue with you, Jamor Small, coming up with a crazy idea to try. Nothing wrong with it. Here is Seals. Over the wicket to Buttler, and Buttler pull a short delivery down to the fielder on the mid-wicket boundary for one more. One more to the total. England goes up to 213 for 3. 213 for 3. We are in over number 31. They were saying on Sky Sport that West Indies and England will have to qualify for the World Cup. England 3 points away from the West Indies. But England 342, my prediction, King. They will make more than that. Garth Williams, if you are listening to Sky Sport and you are listening to me, who you are going to believe? Unless the cutoff time for the teams that qualify for the World Cup directly has not yet been set. Every team except the host has to qualify. Every team except the host has to qualify. So to say West Indies and England needs to qualify for the World Cup, yes, they need to qualify either by direct qualification or going through the qualifiers. So what gives you direct qualification is that you are in the top 10. I think it's in the top 10 at the cutoff point. Top 10 or top 12. I don't quite remember, but I know it's more than 8. So for argument's sake, say you have to be in the top 10 of the cutoff time. Once you're in the top 10 at the cutoff time, you qualify. As Seals ball short to Brook, who looks to pull it, came off his body, goes over Hope, head down to the boundary for 4. It's 4 runs, so it probably came off the back of the bat. And Seals has been very unlucky today, especially bowling to Harry Brook, who's on 58. So every team, even Australia, Hope was wrong-footed again. Why Hope don't give Joel Andrew the... he was definitely wrong-footed. Unlucky. There's no way you can blame Hope for that. It's just luck. Harry Brook just lucky. And West Indies unlucky there. Seals over the wicket, bowls to Brook, and Brook hit this high in the air down to the field, and the cover boundary who took a brilliant catch. Oh, what a catch by Casey Carty. He pulled off a stupendous catch on the cover boundary. They are going to check it, but he took the catch, and I only hope that he protect the ball. So Seals shot to Harry Brook off the back foot. He cracks it in the air over the cover field, and Casey diving forward, pull off a brilliant catch on the boundary. What a catch by Casey Carty. They are going to check it, but I think it's a safe catch. I only hope he protects the ball. Because that's what they are going to do, you know. They are going to look at if any of the ball touched the ground at any time, even after he rolled over. Right there, they're going to look, but he looks like he protected well. His elbow was under the ball. Well done. So it's off the back foot, and he's out, gone, dead. Well done. I think, man, I think they'll make more than that. Seems like a batting paradise. So West Indies must do better with the bat, said Steve Rasu. I think so. It's Jamor Small saying safe catch. Yes, he's off the field. Yes. So well done. A number of times doing a Jamor Small, especially we see with West Indian players, they took the catch safely, but they never protect the ball in whether rolling over or something. Well, they're at the drinks break, so give me a few minutes, please. I'll be back with you as soon as they come back from the drinks break. So hello everyone and welcome back after the drinks break. 221 for 4. Good catch by Casey Carty. First ball after the drinks break. Turn away down to square leg for a singer. Oh, they come back for 2. Bad return there from so after such a brilliant catch, he allows them to get 2 and then he sends in a bad return. Oh boy. This is going to be very interesting, as they continue to lose wicket, although it's a long batting, it's a very long batting lineup they have, but they continue to lose wicket. The new batsman is Bethel. Again, they will get 2. What is going on there? So Chase, after the drinks break, so after that such a brilliant catch, just before the drinks break, the West Indies team again just come out and just decide, say, you know what? Let us give England some free runs. Ford bowls to Buttler, who plays this to the man at cover now, and there is no run. So Casey Carty, who took that brilliant catch, was slow to the ball, then sent a terrible return in, allow England to get 2. Raston Chase, who took that brilliant catch to get rid of Ben Duckett, now just allows one to pass him and allow the batsman to get 2. So let's get going again, guys. Let's get going. This team have really low mental resilience. Loud appeal. This is going to be very close. That is one that I would review. I would definitely review that one. What's happening here now? You have to review this one, though, 4 leg by. Who picked up that ball and threw it away for 4 overthrow? So that they get 5. What is happening with the West Indies fielding after the resumption? And the pad, Sheo came around, shied at the stump. No one, Alzari Joseph should have been backing up. It's not Sheo's fault. Not Sheo's fault. I don't think Ford could have gotten back to the crease, although at least he should have tried got back to the bowler's end. But I really think it is Alzari Joseph's fault. Because that ball never missed the stump by far. So it's not a bad throw. And when you are backing up, you have to back up in line with the stump. You have to work out the angles and back up in line with that. Let's watch this delivery from Ford. Goes to Bethel, who allows it to go straight outside the half stump. So if you're wherever the ball is, you draw a straight line from where the ball is to the stump, a straight line. And that's that line that you have to get in. So if the ball just barely missed the stump and Joseph was not in line, it must be his fault. It can't be Sheo's fault. So no matter what the commentators are saying, they need to, no matter how much cricket they play, they don't necessarily know it as good as I am. Because I know what I'm saying to you makes sense. Because wherever the ball goes, the fielder who is backing up have to draw a straight line with the stump and get into that line. If now the ball goes wide off the stump or so on and wayward and the fielder is not in line, then it's a true fault. But if the ball just barely missed the stump, it can't be the true fault. It must be the person who was backing up never got in that straight line. Simple. So I don't know why the cameraman continued to show Sheo. It's not Sheo's fault. It's Alzari Joseph's fault. He should be in line. But it just goes back to the point that I've been saying. What a poor fielding over that was. After such a brilliant catch from the last delivery of over number 31, then you get the drinks break, and the fielding for that 32nd over was absolutely poor. Absolutely. Yes, Jamor Small. Let's hope that he knock over a few bowlers, a few wickets now. Indeed, yes. So there's backward point, cover, mid-off, mid-wicket. Those are the 5 persons inside the 30-yard circle. Mid-wicket field this one, and there's no run. So I want to see it again if it's a short third man or it's a backward point. I think it's a backward point. I think the third man is deep. So it's backward point, cover, mid-off, mid-on, mid-wicket. Those are the 5 in the circle. I assume that there is a third man and a fine leg, and then there's a deep mid-wicket or a backward square leg and a sweep on the cover boundary. So that's the field, standard field. Joseph is definitely a backward point. He bowls to the left-handed Bettel, who covers up and played it back down the pitch. So, yes, I can confirm that there's a backward point, a cover, and a mid-off, a mid-on, and a mid-wicket. There's a man on the fine leg boundary and a man on the backward square leg boundary, just to the left of the umpire. He also has a sweep on the cover boundary and a third man. That's the West Indies field. Bettel is yet to score. Alzarri Joseph. He comes in now to the left-handed Bettel, round the wicket. Bettel whipped this away down to fine leg. The fielder cannot get there, 4 runs. Was it off the pad or was it runs? But it was really a bad delivery from Alzarri Joseph. Very bad delivery. And you're making the point, Jamor Small, that Joseph is coming on to redeem himself. The other day, well, not really the other day, some time ago, I buck up a young boy named by Green. Green is name. He's from a place named Quick Step in St. Elizabeth, in the Maroon country in St. Elizabeth. And Green was saying to me, you remember the day that we were playing Monroe College in a cricket match? Over the wicket comes Joseph, down the leg side again, this time straight to the field at fine leg, only a single, 136 for 4. And in the very first over of the match, I think it was Anthony Kepper bowling, and he nicked off the Monroe opener, and Green at second slip dropped the catch. And he was saying, he was reminding me that when he dropped the catch, I shout out to the captain and said, let him bowl from one end for the rest of the day for dropping people catch. And so he ended up bowling from one end for the rest of the day. He said that he bowled something like 27 over that day. That was cruelty. I shouldn't have done that. Oh boy. Joseph bowls to Buttler. We're looking for a single, but it's not on. But that's many years ago. That's more than 20 years ago when I was, 25 years ago when I was young and arrogant. Now I've matured and I'm much more mellow. And that's why, and those are the things that allows me to forgive a youngster when he makes mistake. Because I know when I was young, I made a lot of mistakes, and some of the things that I done then, I would not have done it. I would not do it now. Over the wicket, Joseph bowls. Oh, inside edge. This England team is so lucky down to the boundary for 4. Oh, lucky from Buttler. Brilliant delivery by Alzarri Joseph. Came back, nicked the edge. It goes down to the boundary for 4. 240 for 4 at the end of over number 3. 33. Wow, unfortunate. Thank you, Atina. Yes, please slash a like on the video. Please, please slash a like on the video. And I'm always saying that just click off the subscribe button. Just click off the live chat. It's only 47 likes. No, man, that's not good enough. 47, 47 likes. You can just click off. Just click it off, man. 48 now. Just click off the live chat and slash a like on the video. Thank you, Atina. I appreciate that. Just click off the live chat. We can do much better than that. Definitely. Definitely. Let's watch Chase. Round the wicket, bowls to the left-handed Bettel, who plays it to cover, and there is no run. So 240 for 4. Chase round the wicket, bowls to Bettel, and Bettel is onto the front foot, and there is no run. So the score is 240 for 4. We are in over number 33 as Chase comes in now to bowl to Bettel round the wicket. Bowls to Bettel, and Bettel just goes deep in his crease and work it away to short fine leg straight to the fielder. The score remains at 240 for 4. Chase 4.3 overs, none for 34. Bettel is on 5. Round the wicket, bowls to Bettel, who's off the back foot, and he forces it hard down to long on for a singer. He really hit that hard. The score goes up to 141 for 4 with 2 deliveries to come in over number 34. So please slash a like on the video. Let's get the like up to 100, please. 241 for 4. We are in over number 34. 16 to go after this one. Chase over the wicket, bowls to Brook. He covers up, plays it down the offside of the pitch, and there is no run. That run rate have gone up back to 7.12. Chase over the wicket, bowls down the leg side, worked away by Buttler down to the fielder from coming around from backward square leg. Good work there. Good work. Whosoever that fielder it is, it could be Carty. He done well as he swoops around to his left, sends the return in, and it's 1 more to the total. So after 34 overs, England, who were asked to take first strike by the West Indies, they are 242 for 4. 242 for 4 in this first Metrobank ODI between England and the West Indies. 242 for 4. England were asked to take first strike, and good. This match, of course, is playing in Birmingham, and you all know that there is a big West Indian community in Birmingham. You probably have more West Indian living in Birmingham than anywhere else. As that delivery was clipped away to wide of the mid-on fielder for another run, it's now 243 for 4. Yesterday in the interview, Shea Hope was saying that, they cuss us, they quarrel with us, but they always came out and support us. So probably, I don't know if there's a hint in that of taking us for granted. I don't know if there's a hint there that he's saying, no matter what we do, man, they will still support us. I don't know if there was a hint there. Short, pulled away down to deep mid-wicket. It bounces and stopped and plugged. Matthew Ford gave chase, and they come back for 2. So short from Alzarri Joseph as he pulled it. That one was pulled down to mid-wicket. So Jamie Smith, when caught by King of let's go again. Jamie Smith caught by Brandon King of Alzarri Joseph for 37. Ben Duckett brilliantly caught by Chase off the bowling of Greaves for 60. Joe Root caught by Shea Hope, nicked off by Jaden Seals for 57. And Harry Brook brilliantly caught also by Carty off the bowling of Seals for 58. As Joseph bowls to Bettel, who covers up and played it back down the offside of the pitch to the bowler, who field, and there is no run. Bowling for West Indies as England are 245 for 4 after 34.3 overs. Bowling for West Indies, Matthew Ford, 6 overs, no maiden, none for 49. Going at over 8 runs per over. He's been taken to the cleaners today. Jaden Seals, 6 overs, no maiden, 2 for 57. Going at over 9. He has been taken to the cleaners too, but some of those shots have been unlucky. Joseph bowled a fast delivery outside the half stump. Bettel leaves alone, 84 miles per hour. It looks faster than that. That's why, say perception is different from reality. But it did look faster than that. Alzarri Joseph, 5.4 overs, no made, 1 for 32. Ruston Chase, 5 overs, none for 36. Budakesh Moti, 6 overs, none for 27. He needs to come back into the attack now. You need to bowl him before the 40th over. Well, they're probably waiting on the 40th over to get another fielder outside the circle. So maybe, cool, that could be true. Joseph bowls to Buttler and he guides it down to third man for a single. 146 for 4 after 34.5. Justin Greaves, 6 overs, no maiden, 1 for 37. So just looking at 15 overs to bowl from here, Joseph have 4, Seals have 4, Chase have 5. Who would you go with? Just trying to see right now. Would you go with the next over from the other end? I was thinking Moti originally, but I'll continue with Chase. Because I just never remember. I think that Chase on the ball 1 over back. So I was thinking Moti originally. So, but I'll continue with Chase. Alzarri Joseph 6 overs. So they're probably going to take Alzarri Joseph out of the attack now because I think they want him to bowl 4 of the last 10. Or they will probably give him 1 more. But they're not going to give him more than 1 more. Because they'll want him to bowl at least 4 of the last 10 or 12. So they will take him out of the attack now. But I'll keep on Chase. Do I go all spin or do I go for Greaves? Chase bowls short to Buttler, who swung this down to the man at long on for a single. And the score moves up now to 248 for 4. So 248 for 4, the score moves up to. So the like is still at 55. We need to get that like up to 100, please. Get the likes up to 100. We need to slash on that thumbs button. Round the wicket comes Chase, bowls to the left-handed Buttler, who played it down the pitch, and there is no run. So I would go with probably. I'll go back to Greaves. I know a bowler 6 over spell. Chase ball short to Buttler, who played this away down to the left of the square leg umpire. The fielder comes off the boundary, sends the return in. The score goes up by 1. It's 249 for 4. I'll go back to Greaves. Maybe they will give Alzarri Joseph 1 more, but maybe. But I don't think so because, as I said, they want him to bowl 4 of the last 10 or 12 overs. So I don't. It's 4 of the last 10 because we are now in the 36th over. So I don't see them give him another one. 4 is not going well. Seals just bowl. I want Budakesh Moti to have the protection of the. You have to go back to Moti. You have to go back to Moti now, else he's not going to bowl his 10. Because you can't have Moti bowling deep into the innings. You want to get Moti overs out of the way by the 45th. I'm just trying to analyze it and just try to look at it now. Just putting on my captain's hat. 251 for 4. Let's watch Chase. Final delivery of his 6th over. None for 40. Over the wicket, bowls to the right-handed Buttler, who goes on the back foot, and he slaps it down to the fielder on the cover boundary. That's Joel Andrew, who came in, pick up cleanly with his right hand, sends the return on the bounce to the keeper. It's 252 for 4 at the end of over number 36. So I'm saying Moti. I think that they will go back with Moti. So Sheldon Smith is saying that the run rate has not fallen under 7. So we are at least looking at 360. Yeah, we have to bowl them out for them to make less than 380. Because when you look at Adil Rashid batting at number 11, Will Jacks to come next, Overton, then Cars, then Mahmood, Rashid. Those guys are going to beat ball, you know. So the only way I think we can bowl them out, we can bowl them, or the other way we can restrict them to under 380 is to bowl them out. So they are giving Alzarri Joseph one more. So this is probably an aggressive move by Shea Hope to try and get another wicket. So he's trying to give Alzarri Joseph one more, try and pick up a wicket, because he realizing that he's going to chase a huge total here if we don't bowl out England. As Alzarri Joseph now comes in now. He's over the wicket, bowls to Buttler, who played it to the left of mid-off, and they get one more. So the score goes up by 1. And it's 253 for 4. 253 for 4. The run rate, at least it has dropped below 7. Yes, please. 67 likes. Just let us get these likes up to 100, please. We need to get the likes up to 100, please. Let's get these likes up to 100. 253 for 4. 36.2 overs have been bowled. So the run rate have fallen below 6. Short looks to pull, taken on the body, and there is no run. So Michael Douglas is saying that this team desperately need a wicket-taking leg spinner. That's a good point. That's a no ball. They're gonna check that. That could be a no ball. That was very close to the line. Are they checking it? But it could be a no ball. Yes, they are checking it. Are they? It doesn't appear so, but Bettel did felt that one as he looks to pull. Yes, I agree with you, Michael Douglas. That's an option, but the operative term that you use there, as Joseph bowls a slow delivery to Bettel, he looks to guide it down to third man, came off the tips, and Hope was able to move across and field. And he's still down on his haunches. Is he okay? Oh, the ball hit him in his mouth. Oh, my Lord. That's not good enough, man. That's not very good. In his mouth. No, the ball didn't hit him. So it is even more serious now. What happened? You can't afford to. Oh, he's tough. Nothing don't happen to him, man. Attention, my look. But the operative word you use there, Michael Douglas, operative term, a wicket taking. Shot by Joseph, pulled away off the gloves down to fine leg for 4. 157 for 4 after 36.5. The luck isn't going with West Indies today at all. There's so many balls that have gone to fine leg and third man, which the batsman doesn't really middle. And it goes to fine leg and third man and out of the reach of fielders and so on. On another day, England would have probably all out already. But it's just not our day today. That off the helmet. That's off the helmet. As Bettel looked to pull. So it came off the helmet. So they're going to test him. He's saying to the umpire that it came off the bat onto the helmet. We don't know. These guys don't always start the truth. But DRS will tell us. I'm almost sure they're going to check it. They say it's 4 runs. So apparently the umpire signaled 4. They don't have 4 leg by there, 4 runs. But I would love to see DRS to see what happened. But it's not a good day for us. Another day that would have come off the bat, bounce off the helmet and go high in the air, and the keeper or somebody else, the bowler, would have taken a comfortable catch. But there have been so many near misses for the West Indies today. So many near misses. So after 36.5 overs, England are 257 for 4. So let me run through this scorecard as they check on Bettel. Jamie Sibbett caught by Brandon King at mid-wicket. It was a smart catch. It wasn't an easy catch, but it wasn't a difficult catch. But it was hit hard, and he held on to it, and he took the catch at mid-wicket, and he got the first wicket. Joseph got the first wicket. Brandon King taking the catch off Alzarri Joseph. Simmett made 37 from 24 deliveries. Then Ben Duckett pulled off a brilliant catch. Well, did that ball come off the bat? It was flush off the end. I was watching it because I was going through the scorecard. So Ben Duckett caught by Chase at backward point. Brilliant catch, 60 from 48 deliveries. Joe Root was caught by Shea, nicked off by Jaden Seals for 57. Harry Brook, magnificently caught by Casey Carty for 58. But since then, England have moved up to 257 for 4, aided and abetted by some very lucky strokes and some poor fielding. 257 for 4 after 36.5 overs. Bowling for the West Indies with one delivery to come in over number 37. Let's take the delivery first, as Joseph is cranking up the pace here now. You can see that he definitely got this over to get a wicket. They will pull him out of the attack after this. He's over the wicket, bowls to better, and is beaten outside the arch stump. Let's watch the speed of that delivery. It was quick, 89 miles per hour, 143. So I think that's it for Joseph for now. It's 257 for 4. So Matthew Ford, 6 overs, no maiden, none for 49. Jaden Seals, 6 overs, no maiden, 2 for 57. Alzarri Joseph, 7 overs, no maiden, 1 for 39. Raston Chase, 6 overs, no maiden, none for 41. Burakesh Moti, 6 overs, no maiden, none for 27. He should come back into the attack from Joseph end. And Justin Greaves, 6 overs, no maiden, 1 for 37. So I think Chase will continue, and I expect Moti to come back to bowl from the end that Joseph was bowling. So I've brought you up to date. West Indies winning the toss and asking England to bat first. And England are 257 for 4 after 37 overs. So I think Chase will continue and Moti will come from the other end. Let's see. But it looks like a seamer because the keeper is way back. So is it Greaves? Is it Greaves? Yes, it's Greaves. Bowls down the leg side. Wide signal. 258 for 4. $258 for 4. I said, just let's get the likes up to 100. You know, it's 75 now. We still need 25 more to go. Let's get this like up to 100. Greaves over the wicket, bowls short, cut away by Buttler, down to the field and the cover boundary. One more. It's 259 for 4. Buttler is on 20. Bethel, who went to school in Barbados, is on 15. Justin Greaves in his 7th over. He has done a good job today. Fairly good job. Still going for more than 6 runs per over. So you can't say it's a good job. You have to say a fairly good job. So how he goes for the remainder of his spell will determine whether he did a good job or a bad job. But right now, he's doing a fairly good job, which is in between bad and good. So it's not quite bad, but it's not quite good. So it's fairly good. 259 for 4 after 37.2 overs. So 257 for 4. As he looks to cut that one and it goes through to the keeper. Let's watch Jaden Seals. Round over the wicket. Bowls to the left and the Bettel who hit this in the air. Down to the man. And the third man boundary. It bounced 2 times before it got to him. Who was that? Don't pick up the purser. On the third man boundary. Ford. 260 for 4. 12 overs to go after this one. So just looking at the field here, there's a short third man, backward point cover mid-off. There's a long on, there's a mid-wicket. He's over the wicket, bowls down the pitch, high in the air, over mid-off. It gone all the way for 6. So Jos Buttler just using his feet to Greaves' military medium. Now I want to call him military medium. I think he's a little quicker than that. Military medium is probably about 60, 65. Greaves is bowling mid 70 up to 80 when he gets it good. Yes, Mrs. Brown, welcome to the show. Good to have you here. So Mrs. Brown is saying, please remember to click on the thumbs up button. Welcome. Yes, please do. Short, and he slapped it down to long off for 4. That's disdainful from Buttler. Greaves can't bowl to Buttler, you know. Greaves can't bowl to Buttler. At 120, at 78 miles per hour, Buttler is saying that you can't bowl to me. He just slapped that. It was back off the length. It didn't matter to Buttler. He just stood up and slapped it down to the long off boundary for 4. Said that you can't bowl to me. So as I was saying, if just click off the live chat and you'll see the thumbs up button. You will see the subscribe button. You can click on both of them. Greaves to Buttler, and he just tucked this to mid-wicket and there is no run. So just click off the live chat and click on the subscribe button. Click on the thumbs up button. It doesn't take you 2 seconds to click on both. You only have to click once on both. It asks you no further question. And by doing that, you're showing your support for the watch along. And it costs nothing, and it takes less than 5 seconds. And that's just a way to show your support. And you can also share it in your WhatsApp group, in your other groups, and show your support. So please slash a like on the video and click on the subscribe button and share. We need to get it up to 100. We are still just at 82. So keep those likes coming in. So let's watch now as I suspected, Gudakesh Moti would come back into the attack. They have to go back to Greaves. Not Greaves, to Chase. Have to go back to Chase. Moti round the wicket, bowls to the left-handed Bethel, full toss that he hit down to long on for a single. It's 271 for 4. Why is he going round the wicket to the left-hander? Don't know his choice though. So this partnership is 50 from 43 deliveries. Moti comes in, bowls to Buttler, and Buttler turned this in the air, past the dive of the man at mid-wicket down to long on for a single. The fielder came in and fielded just about 5 meters beyond the 30-yard circle that was in the air. What you can understand here is that in the context of this game, West Indies is bowling well enough. Reverse sweep in the air, over short, third man, it bunks away down towards the third man boundary. Django gave chase, flicked it back. Joel Andrew comes across, sends the return on the bunks to the keeper. They will get 2. 274 for 2. Django really looks sluggish there. I think he should come to Jamaica and get some coaching from one of our sprint coach here. Because those are the things that I think is going to improve West Indies cricket. High in the air here. Let's see. Has it gone all the way? Yes, it gone into the crowd. As Bethel hit that one high in the air for 6. So just as I was saying that in the context of things, West Indies is not bowling badly, then it's just like to shut me up, as usual, to say, what do you know about cricket? Only cricket itself knows. Yeah, so the spinner is on. I guess they're going to check the ball. They checked it already. Moti to Bethel. Bethel looked to turn it into the onside. If it peel off the outer portion of the bat and goes into the cover for a single, One more to Bettel, he moves to 25. 25 as the score moves to 281 for 4. 281 for 4. Gudakesh Moti, the left arm orthodox spinner, around the wicket, bowls to Jos Buttler. Use his feet, beat the dive of the man at short mid-wicket again. The fielder comes off the long on boundary and picked it up just at the edge of the circle. End of over number 39. It's 282 for 4 at the end of over number 39. Buttler is on 32. Bettel is on 26. Both have faced 27 deliveries. The run rate is now 7.23. And these last 11 overs can be carnage, you know. If we don't get wickets, these last 11 overs can be absolutely carnage. These last 11 overs. I hope we get those wickets. So 85, you still need 15 more likes. So please smash a like on the video. 282 for 4. Greaves to Buttler, and Buttler cut this to backward point, chases the field that cannot score. The score remains at 282 for 4. 10 overs to go after this one. It can be carnage. It can be absolute carnage. Who's that? Mike Arterton and Bomber? Yes. Greaves bowls to Buttler, and Buttler slapped this to the man at extra cover. That's Brandon King. The score remains at 282 for 4. So, 2 good delivery there by Greaves. Buttler is going to try something different now. He's going to try some scoop shot, or he's going to use his feet and come down the pitch. You can put money on that. If you're an Indian watching, you can bet that he's going to try some scoop shot, some switch it, or he's going to use his feet and come down the pitch. Greaves. Oh, I would have lost as he went deep in his crease and forced it down to long off for a single. You would have lost your money. So that's why you can't follow me, you know. If you follow me, you will lose money. Please remember to slash a like on the video. So 283 for 4. 3 deliveries to come in over number 40. So let's watch Greaves now. He looks up and he sees Bettel and strike. Over the wicket, bowls to Bettel, and Bettel cuts and miss outside the half stub. It goes through to the keeper, and there is no run. 80 miles per hour, that was quick. 1 second. That was quick by Greaves, 80 miles per hour. Quick to his standard. And this is a much better over than the previous over that he bowled. You recall in the previous over, I said that he cannot bowl to Buttler. But then he bowled 3 overs in this over to Buttler. That went for 1 run. And then he bowled a made a delivery to Bettel. Over the wicket, bowls to Bettel, and Bettel off the back foot cannot beat the man at cover. And there is no run. Good over this now. Absolutely brilliant over. Just hope now that Greaves end this over well. So that is a challenge here now for Greaves to end this over well. Really hope that he ends this over well. So 1 to come in the over. Really, really hoping that he will end it well. Greaves. Over the wicket, bowls to Bettel, driven outside the half stump through to the keeper, and there's no run. That was a brilliant over by Greaves. No doubt about it. Brilliant over. Brilliant comeback over that. Brilliant. His previous over, I think, went for 12 runs or 13. But that was a brilliant comeback by Greaves. Well done. Well done, young man. So Greaves, 1 for 51 from 8 overs. Gudakesh Moti, none for 39 from his 7 overs. Buttler on 33, Bettel on 26. 6. Both have faced 30 deliveries. So we are now in the final power play. So in the final power play, it means an extra field that can go outside the circle. So an extra field that can now go outside the circle. So we can now have 5 fielders outside the circle instead of 4. So this is brilliant. This is brilliant. 5 fielders. That was a brilliant over, I should say. It was a brilliant over. So Seals is coming back into the attack. So we'll probably get 4 from Seals, 3 from Joseph. That's 7. Who will bowl the other 3? Well, Buttler just scoop Jaden Seals down to fine leg for 4. So I was just one delivery early on the scoop, but I know the scoop was coming enough. Yeah, it isn't quite, you know. He just scoop it away. So a good ball from Seals, but I just know the scoop was coming from Buttler. But I was just one delivery early. Just one delivery early. So there's a third man and a sweeper. There's an extra cover and a mid-off. There's a short fine leg who they are pushing back the short fine leg now. So who they are bringing up into the circle instead of short fine leg. So there's a Seals on his way to Buttler. And Buttler hit the side in the air down towards Skull corner. The fielder comes in, took the catch, he's out. Slow delivery. He looks to pull it. Matthew Ford took the catch down on the deep mid-wicket boundary. Buttler goes for 37, caught by Ford off Seals for 37 from 31 deliveries. Well bowled, Jaden Seals. Well done, Shea Hope. Well done. Well done, Shea Hope. Good captaincy there by Shea Hope and well executed by Jaden Seals as England lost their 5th wicket. They are now 287 for 5. 287 for 5 after 40.2 overs. 287 for 5. Jos Buttler, the batsman, gone for 37 from 31 deliveries. Caught by Matthew Ford off the bowling of Jaden Seals. So that's the end of Buttler. I can tell you that he hit 3 4s and 1 6. Interestingly, that's the 3rd wicket for Jaden Seals. He's on the expensive side. He's going for almost 10 runs per over. But that's his 3rd wicket. So he continued to pick the wickets here. So good work there by Jaden Seals. He continues to pick the wicket. So please remember. So as I said, I think he's going to bowl 4 out of these last 10. They will probably give him 2 now, give him a 2 over break, and then he comes back and bowl 48 and 50. I think Alzarri Joseph will bowl 47. Alzarri Joseph will bowl 45, 47, and 49. Yeah, I think Alzarri Joseph will bowl 45, 47, and 49. Seals will bowl 1 more after this and then come back and bowl 48 and 50. That's my assessment of it. I think that Greaves will get another over because that over was brilliant. And it will depend on how Greaves over goes, whether he gets another one. But that 8 over that he bowled, the last over that he bowled, only 1 run from it. It was absolutely brilliant. So Will Jacks, another man who played at the 2016 World Cup, Greaves over the wicket bowls to Jacks, who played this away down to Chase at backward point, and there is no run. Seals should say, not Greaves, pardon me. So Seals is definitely among the wickets today. Ford taking the catch. Buttler gone for 37 from 32 deliveries. You know, every now it's the nature of cricket. Every now that over will come along, especially 50 over cricket, where the batting team will get 10, 12 runs. And you feel like you're losing a grip, but then they came back. Seals, bowls, a wicked short delivery to Jacks goes through to the keeper, and there's no run. 85 miles per hour. He's cranking it up here. That was a good short delivery by Jaden Seals. You know, first saw Jaden Seals at the 2018. Was it the 18 or the 2020? Because I'm mixing up, you know, I was saying 2016. No, that's the year that you won it. 2018 is the year of Jackson and Brook and Atanase and Gill. Seals, bowls on the front foot. And as he plays that one back down the pitch to the bowler who fields on the offside of the pitch. And there is no run. One delivery coming over number 41. Yes, so every time you get the impression that England is going to run away with it, you realize that West Indies come back at them. It's a big total, no doubt about it. It's a big total, but it is not a runaway total. And we saw against Ireland, and you'll say Ireland bowling is different from from England bowling. England bowling is much better, but you can only bat what's in front of you. As that is pulled away down to mid-wicket, straight to the fielder, one more to the total. At the end of the over, it's 288 for 5 after 41. So you can only bat what is in front of you. And against Ireland, we scored what? 387 after 50 overs, which was the second highest score by West Indies in one-day international cricket. So it is good that we would have scored that against Ireland. At least it will give you some confidence, because persons will say, oh, it's just against Ireland. But when Ireland skittered us out in the first one-day international, we never heard that it was just against Ireland. So we have to give the batsmen credit for what they have done, because they can only bat what is in front of them. But it would have given them a lot of confidence to have scored 387 runs. And so we look forward to the West Indies innings. It's a big total. It's going to be a big chase. And if we can get there, it will be a very, very exciting match. It's left to be seen what will happen, but it's something coming. 288 for 5, but it could have, we stuck to it. I think we stuck to it. Greaves bowls to Jacks, who plays this down to cover for a single. I think we stuck to it well. I think we stuck to it well. So I have to give the bowlers credit. So please slash a like on the video. We are on 96. So we need to get it up to 100. Just please, as I said, just click off the live chat and slash a like on the video, and then you can come back to the live chat. So let's get this up to 100. 289 for 5. Wicket is needed here for the West Indies. We need wicket. If we don't get wicket, they're going to go well beyond 300. Bowls cut away down to the field and the cover boundary. That brings up the score to 290 now for 5. When over number 42. It's been bowled by Justin Greaves. This is his 9th over. 2 single out of the over thus far. So that's a good start to the over by Greaves. You will take a runner ball from here, definitely. Greaves over the wicket, bowl, short, pulled down to mid-wicket. This should only be another one. Yes, it's another single. So it's 291 now. 291 now for 5. So not bad going here by Greaves. 3 singles from the over. I'm sure West Indies will take 6 singles from the over. They will be happy with that. A dot ball here or there would be good too. And a wicket would be best. A wicket would be absolutely best. Good morning, Keith Aaron. Good to see you. Greaves, bowls, driven down to longer for a single. One more to the totals. It's now 292 for 5. 2 deliveries to go in this over now. 4 singles. So this could be a good over and it could be a bad over. Depends on what happened with these 2 deliveries. So 6 runs from the over will be a good over. 4 runs from the over, that means that will be 2 bad ball will be a very good over. A wicket of these 2 deliveries will be a great over. He bowls clipped away down to long on. The batsman just goes deep in his crease, work it off his hip. So 293 for 5 now. 1 delivery to come. A wicket would make this a very, very good over. A dot ball would make it a good over. A single would make it a good over. A dot ball would make it a very good over. And a wicket would make it a great over. A 4 or a 6 will make it a bad over. So we are hoping that Greaves now close out well. Over the wicket, bowls to the left-handed batsman who played it back to him. So it's a very good over. No run. Very good over by Greaves. Well bowled, man. 9 overs, 1 for 56. So he will bowl. He will finish his spell. He will definitely finish his spell. So the likes are still 99. So we need to get those likes up to 100, man. Definitely needs to get those likes up to 100. You know? Oh, yeah. Okay. So, yes, we realize that the likes are now up to 100. So, Steve Russell said the beauty about cricket is winning, no matter the score. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I said good morning to Keith Aaron already. Jurian Bennett is saying they cannot reach 330. And when he said they, I think he's referring to England. Well, the only way we can stop them from reaching 330 unless we bowl them out. But once they bat the 50 over, they will go well behind that. So he's bringing back Joseph earlier than I thought. Why would he bring back Joseph? No, I would have gone with Seals for another over. Seals just get a wicket in his previous over. I don't understand. Turn away into the inside for 1. How many? Oh, I did say that Seals will bowl 45. No, I said Seals will bowl 48 and 50. So Seals have 3 overs. Seals have 3 overs. I don't understand. And he just got a wicket just now. I don't understand this. I don't understand this, Keith Aaron. I would have given Seals another over. And then save him for 48 and 50 after that. Surprise. This decision surprised me. I'm surprised by this decision. So Joseph comes in now. Short, pulled away down to deep square leg over the fielder head for 6. Short and Bettel pull it over the fielder head at deep backward square leg. That's Casey Carty. Went for 6 there. So Joseph was short and it came out of the screw. So I said, come on, Joseph. Keith Aaron and say, I concur, Carlton. Yes, appreciate that. Did Casey Carty misjudge that? Casey Carty misjudged that, I'd love to see the replay again because if he was right back on the boundary, I think he could have catched it. Don't look at the reaction of Joseph. A bowler will always react that way. I need a replay to see it again. Short, pulled away, down towards forward of square. The field of the mid-wicket boundary gets there before Carty off the backward square leg boundary. 1 more to the total. England 300 is up, 301 for 5. So I would love to see the replay again to see how close that was to Carty and if he was on the boundary, if he was right back on the boundary, if he would have taken the catch. As I said, don't watch the reaction of the bowler. Bowlers always react like that. Sometimes the ball is a mile away from you and the bowler think you should catch it. Sometimes the ball is a mile, far, far from you. That's how bowlers are. They can't help themselves. That's just the nature of the bowlers. I hope you're hearing me loud and clear. Apparently, the battery in the camera of discharge. We're working on getting it up back. I forgot totally about it. Needed to make the adjustment. So we are working on getting it up back. The battery in the camera has been discharged, so we'll be back with you very shortly. No, I'm working on getting it up back. So very shortly I'll be back with you. Just give me a minute or two to just switch around this battery. I should have done so during the drinks break. You know, things like when we have drinks break and so on and those things, those are the times I used to switch around these things. I'll try to do so at the end of the over. One delivery to come. 303 for 5. But I hope you're hearing me loud and clear. So let's watch Alzarri Joseph in his final delivery of this is 8 over. As Joseph now moves in. Short third man, short fine leg, down the leg side, clipped away for 4. Bad over. Should not have bowled this over. Said it. Should not have bowled this over. You should have gone to chase. 307. So I'll be... Thank you, Jamor Small, but give me a minute or two. It's just so that I switch around this battery, please. So that didn't take all that long, eh? The over has not yet started. Here comes Forbes in the attack. Ford, okay. Thank you. Well done, Jammer Small. Thank you for keeping the commentary going. Great. Thank you. Thank you very much, Small. Jammer, I love that. Respect to you. Big up yourself, boss. Respect. So here's now Matthew Ford back into the attack. 6 overs, none for 49. He comes into Bettel. He's over the wicket, bowls to Bettel, and Bettel slap this down towards the cover boundary. One more to the total. It's 308. We are at over number 44. Respect Jory and Bennett. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. So it's 308 for 5. 43.1 overs. And thank you to all those who have subscribed so that we could go over 100 subscribers. I appreciate that very much. Let's see if we can get it up to 150. But it's good that we could get it up to 100. So let's try our next target. So just show your support by subscribing. Short by 4, pull down to mid-wicket, another run. So they keep limited to singles in this over. You know, I can't understand. You know, it's cricket and everyone has their different opinion. But to me, sometimes some things is just logical. Why take off Seals after he get another wicket? I know he has 3 overs left. But give him another one and save him for 48 and 50. You bring back Alzarri Joseph. The over went for something like 13 runs. I'm not happy about that at all. Outside the half stump, slapped away down to the field and the cover boundary for another run. 110 for 5. So can Greaves now? Well, Ford is being warned. Ford is being warned for running on the pitch. So Ford was warned for running on the pitch there. I judge it by the signal. I'm assuming that he has been warned for running on the pitch. Ford bowls to the right-handed Jacks, who turned this down to the fielder coming in from Cow Corner. One more to the total. He moves up now to 12. Bettel is on 38. 12 from 12 deliveries. 3-11 for 5. 3-11 for 5. Matthew Ford in his 7th over. I am just looking at it. 6 overs after this. It will be Greaves have 3. So you can say Greaves will bowl. Not Greaves, sorry. Wide signal. You know, I think this will be Ford last over because clearly the decision of the umpire to warn him to run on the pitch. And I go back to the point where I was talking about our mental resilience. The mental resilience in this team, to me, is low. You know, so they crack easy under pressure. Any little thing, throw them off. So I'm really hope that he gets out of this over well. Wide outside the half stump, dive by the man at mid-off, but he beats him down to the boundary for 4. This is the 3rd time I saw King dive at a ball and he missed it. So is it that they are wide from him or he's diving over them? But this is the 3rd time I saw he dive. Although this is the first one that went for 4, the previous 2, they were singles. Well, he comes across, he dives, can't blame him. 4 runs. He did his best. 3-16 for 5. 1 to come in this over. So I think that after this over, we won't see back Ford because that warning apparently bowls short, high in the air. As he got the legs on it, yes, 6 runs. 322. 322 for 5 at the end of over number 44. So Ford 7 overs, none for 66. And that's what I'm talking about our we crack easily under pressure. Our resilience to adversities. Our shoulder is too easy to drop. You know, as soon as the umpire warned him, it's just like him crack. And those last 3 deliveries, 1 went for 4, 1 went for 6. You know, it's just like I always talk about our resilience. Joseph outside the half stump steered away down to 3rd man for 1. It's 3-23 for 5. Good morning, Mr. Brown. Big up to you and family, and we appreciate your work bringing the commentary to us. JMT Border, thank you very much. I appreciate your kind sentiments. I see my boy Joel Andrews in the playing 11 today. I hope he makes good use of the opportunity. I agree. I hope so too, JMT Border. Wish the team all the best. Caldrick Miles is saying, this is a true test of where West Indies are. You know, in the past, we used to get warm-up games versus some low-level clubs. Highland tests were just that, warm-up. And, you know, as I was reading the first part of your sentence, that's what came to me, that Ireland game was like a warm-up game. Ireland series, although more than a warm-up game because they have qualifying points attached to it. 324 for 5 after 44.1. So that probably was a wide ball or something that Joseph bowled, because that would have been the second delivery of the over. So let's look at this field. There's a short 3rd man, and I'm seeing a short fine leg too. You could even call him a leg slip. Joseph bowls, pull down to short fine leg, tumbling stop. Never stopped it cleanly. They go through for 1. 324 for 5. You see, Julian, I was telling you that without getting them bowl out, can't limit them to 330. They reach 330 quite easily. You'd have to bowl them out. Alzari Yorkers are outside of the off stump. Then I think that you set a field for that and ask him to bowl it. So there's a short third man, a backward point on the boundary, a sweep on the boundary. Then there's an extra cover and a mid-off. Joseph over the wicket, short, outside the off stump, slapped away down to the field and the cover boundary for 1. 326 for 5. After 44.3 overs. So 5 overs to go after this one. Definitely, Seals will come back into the attack because he has 3 overs to bowl. So yeah, if Seals is going to bowl his 10 overs, he has to bowl over number 46. Otherwise, he won't be able to bowl is allotted. And being the man that have taken the most wicket, you would expect that Seals will bowl out. On the expensive side, of course, but he will be bowled out. Whipped away down to the boundary for 4 more. 88 miles per hour, but as fast as it comes, it went off the bat probably faster as Bettel reaches off century. 53 from 42 deliveries. England 330 for 5 with 2 deliveries to coming over number 45. Bettel is on 50. His third ODI in 10 matches. Alzari Joseph 16, 8.4 overs, 1 for 61. Bettel is on 53. Will Jacks is on 14 from 14. So Jacks is on 14 from 14. As Bettel is on strike. Alzari Joseph over the wicket. Bowls to Bettel, who swings and misses, and it goes through to the keeper, and there is no run. The score remains at 130 for 5. 1 delivery to come in over number 45. Now, the question that I'm going to ask here is, Alzari Joseph, will you give him that final over? Would you give him that 49th over? He's 1 for 61 from 8.5. So will you let him bowl the 49th over? Bowls short, pulled away, down towards deep mid-wicket, over deep mid-wicket, into the crowd, 6 more. 1 for 67 from 9. So 7-9, 63. So he's going at 7.45 runs per over. That's about what he's going at. 7 Alzari Joseph, 7.44. Yes, so he's going at 7.44 runs and over. The question now, Seals has gone for 8.5, but we think that he should bowl his 3 overs because he's taking wickets. So he will bowl 46, 48, 50. Joseph have gone for 7.44. Greaves have gone for 6.22. So Greaves have 1 left. So do you give Greaves another over? I don't think you can bowl Chase or Moti this time. So Greaves have 1 and Joseph have 1. So those are the 2 that will finish. I will not go back to Matthew Ford. Seals comes in, bowls, steered away, down to backward point. They're running hard for the first, and they will get it as the fielder off the backward point boundary could not prevent the second. So well run, England, 338 for 5. So apparently we'll have to go to Seals for over number 47. Not Seals. Greaves for 47. I'm not going back to Ford. So Greaves for 47 and Joseph for 49. And this is why I was surprised that they took off Seals, because I never want Seals to bowl 3 consecutive overs at the end. I wanted him to only have to bowl 2. That was one of the surprise for me. As Jack swings at that one, misses, it goes through to the keeper. The great Clive Lyde is on the screen there, the big man himself. It's 338 for 5. So Clive Lyde looked like a young chap. That he's looking sharp, isn't he? He's looking very sharp. And the good thing about it, compared to some persons. He has a lot of hair on his head. Seals ball down the leg side, clipped away down to the man on the fine leg boundary. Good work there. Good work. Is that Matthew Ford? Good work? Or is it Greaves? Greaves it was. Good work there. Good to see him putting in back the debit. The debit they call it. Yes. Thank you, Julian Bennett. Appreciate it. Acknowledgement keeps me going, so I appreciate it, Junior. I appreciate it very much. Let's see if we can get the likes up to 350, man. That would be good, eh? 150 I meant, but 350 would be great. Definitely would be great. Seals, balls, he slapped it through. Oh, what happened there? I hope nothing wrong with Brandon King, and I hope that he realized that he's just not going to get it. Oh, he seems to be okay. He's back on his feet. He wasn't going to get that ball. It was through the gap. And I think that's why he decided not to dive. Like, yes, it was far from him. And he just pulled out of the dive. But the way he went down at the moment, initially, I had us to hope that nothing was wrong with him. Yeah, you're saying that they will make 380. It's likely. It's likely. It's very likely, Jorian Bennett. Seals, bowls to Bettel, over the top. You need a long off, 6 runs. It gone all the way. 349 for 5. 349 for 5. I need the long off. I know that captains are afraid of the ramp and the reverse sweeps and the switch it and so on. But I need the long off. Let them play those shots. Let them try those shots. Why? Those shots are more high-risk shots than hitting the ball straight down the ground. It is easier to hit the ball straight down the ground than to hit it over your head. Seals, bowl wide signal, 350 for England is up. It is easier for the batsman to hit the ball down the ground than to scoop it or ramp it and so on. So I would probably have a short fine leg and put the field that long off. And say, if you play the scoop shot and get it down to fine leg for 4 or 6, well played. But I'm not going to allow you to just come on your front foot and hit the ball down to long off for 4 or 6. And he's doing that now. He's sending back King and the long off boundary. They are probably listening to me. Yeah, they probably have somebody listening to me. And they said, yeah, that's a good one from the boy there. You know, we hate him, but a good one from him. Seals comes in, bowls to Bettel, and he went for it. That's it. He went for the reverse scoop, and it goes down to third man. But then, that was a harder shot. So, well played to the batsman. It's okay, Seals. Well played to the batsman. But that in itself was a harder shot than to just stand up and hit through the line of the ball over long off for 6. And it's a no ball. The wheels are coming off here, you know. The wheels are coming off. It's a tricky one with Seals now, you know. And this is why I never want him bowl 3 over on the chat, you know, because it's a really tricky one with him now. As a captain, what do you do? It's very expensive. Very expensive. But he's a leading wicket taker. You can't go back to Chase. You can't go back to Moti. Greaves only have 1. Comes in bows. Free hit outside the half stump. Through to the keeper, and there is no run. End of the over. So he's going for more than 10 runs and over. He got 3 wickets. This is the type of reason I want to hear from the chat now. And the reason where your post is based on which country you're from and which player which country the player is from and who's your favorite player and who's your like. Those sort of comments are, although welcome, they are not at the level of where I want to take the discussion now. And this is what I want. Seals has 2 overs leave. He's a leading wicket taker, but he's going for 10 runs per over. The only person you can bowl instead of Seals is Matthew Ford, who is going for 9.1 run per over. But we saw in the last over where they call him, where they warn him, oh, but this Ford is back into the attack. He didn't deliver. Where they warn him and running on the pitch, he sort of lose it there. So they have gone for Ford. Who they have gone for Ford? How would they have gone for Greaves, who bowled 9 overs, 1 for 56, going at 6.22? Are you saying, but Ford, you are picked to bowl, and Seals is going for 10 runs and over. Although 9.76 is near 10, but you are still going for bowls. It away, down to long on for 6. Well, what is the bowling coach saying? So, instructions are being given here from the Something that we need to stop them below 380. Mr. Brown, Shea need to line the boundaries. But remember, we can only have 5 fielders out of the circle. So 4 persons have to be within the 30-yard circles. And he has 5 on the boundaries. 4 round the wicket. So that was the instruction. He whips it away over deep mid-wicket. 1 bounce 4. Slap it there. Who was that fielder? Was it Joel Anjo? Ford not happy. But it was sloppy. I agree with him, not happy. 4 more. There's a comment from Travis Brathwaite that just passed. I hope you can repeat that comment, Travis Brathwaite. I would like to read it. Definitely like to read it. But it just passed. What are the West Indies smoking? Because it's definitely not weed, said Shane J. Yeah, I can. What a disgrace, said St. J. Over round the wicket, ball slapped away down to Cole corner, work for wide long on. He came across, can't stop it. 4 more. 4 more. I think that from, you often heard I say that I do not have an issue getting things wrong if what they do prove me wrong. But in all honesty, from the 35th overs, they are not doing what I'm saying, and they are getting it wrong. Swung away, down to long on, 4 more. So it's 3, 4, and a 6 out of this over thus far. 18. That's a big over. That's a big over. 400 is on the card. A matter of fact, they will make 400. England will make 400. No doubt about it. Ford getting treated like a schoolboy. 400 is on the card. Wow. So, Bethel, let's watch Matthew Ford comes in now. Round the wicket, bowls to Jack, wide outside the half stump, and there is no run. And there's a single. So the score moves up now to 374 for 5. 374 for 5. Wow. I need something strong for this. I don't have anything strong beside me, I wish I had something strong beside me because this hard. Ball to Jack, wide again. Hopefully this over will finish soon. What I said about low IQ. What I said about shoulders dropping. What I said about the resilience, the resilience of these guys. What I said about those things. From the moment they won Matthew Ford for running on the pitch, you should not bowl him again. Whipped away, down back with a square leg, 4 more. Has it gone all the way? Let's watch. 4 more. When I said these things, I carefully thought out these things before I said them. Lack of mental toughness. They just easily ratted. They just crack easily under pressure. What's the word I use? Low mental resilience. The moment the umpire warned him for running on the pitch, him just lost it. So since the umpire warned him from running on the pitch, let me tell you how the rest of deliveries go. A single, a 6, 4, 6, 4, 4, 4, wide, 4, wide. That's what happened since the umpire warned him for running on the pitch. Low resilience, easily rattled, shoulder quick to drop, no mental toughness. Oh, that wasn't a wide? Well, fortunately, I think the umpire probably sorry for him. What happened here now? Even the camera start to give trouble. Was that second battery never charged? Oh. Was that this is just a day for? I hope you're hearing me though. This is painful, man, said Middlepin. Yes. Who is the bowling coach? Who took over from West Indies need to get some dead bowlers. So you're finally bringing back Greaves now to bowl over number 48. Stephen Rotus, I'm making some ital lentils. Over Shea Hope head down to the boundary for 4. Wide outside the half stump by Greaves. Bettel flashes at it and it goes down to the boundary for 4. I'm making some ital lentil stew in the morning to have a blessed day, everyone. Okay. So welcome. 8 overs, none for 88. Say no more. It reminds me of when Romario Shepherd, I think, went for 100 and what was it? 109 off his overs. I think it reminds me of that time. Greaves bowl wide outside the half stump. We're gone, We're gone. We lose this. We're losing it, man. We're losing it. We're losing it, man. We're losing it, man. It's just like these guys, whenever there's a pressure situation, they struggled, We struggled whenever there's a pressure situation. That competitive mindset that we need to develop. Greaves over the wicket, bowls high in the air. I hope this is a catch now. No, it gone away. Good work by the fielder coming around the boundary. That seals, he scoop it back in and they get 2. Bettel will move up to 79 from 50 deliveries. It's 384 for 5. 385 for 5. Jacks is on strike. They only got 1. Good work. Yes, so our mental focus is so inconsistent. Am I right? Do you agree with me? It's just like the psychological readiness. There is no psychological readiness there, man. I just don't understand. No psychological readiness. We'll finally get a wicket. Who was it? Jack's gone. So Greaves got his second wicket. Ricardo Gardner said, I don't see West Indies win any of this match. England batting is stronger and West Indies bowling is very weak. There's nothing Shea Hope can do. I don't get the point that you are making. I really hope that I don't understand. I don't understand the point that you're making. Glenn Cambry said, no. Some is saying looks like 420. I don't get the point that you're making, and I don't want to misinterpret what you're saying, Ricardo Gardner, but I do not make the point. Especially the last part where there's nothing Shea Hope can do. I do not know what you mean by that. So if you wish to clear up, and so we can have a discussion, yes. Oh, Athena got it. Oh, they are not getting the advice. Ravi Rampal is the bowling coach. Yes. Yeah, yes, true. He has replaced the New Zealander, James Franklin. So Athena is saying that England is ensuring that the advice don't go to them. Because you remember the match that England, whatsoever I say that like a over or two after, you would see England did it on the field. So maybe they are listening to me. Thanks, Sean Overcomer. Jamur Small, even the camera is upset with this, don't. What probably happened, it was the battery probably lacked some charging, you know. So maybe what happened is that it's still a case like you switch the batteries, but then the one that you put in probably wasn't charged either because you forget to charge it for the last time that you use it. Wide by Greaves, the new batsman in, and Overton is just going to try hit the ball hard down the ground. So you can set, for me now, I would set an extra cover on the boundary, a long off on the boundary, a long on, a cow corner, and a mid wicket, and bowl full to Jamie Overton. Slow delivery, full, just back of a length, not enough for him to pull, but back of a length where you're not bowling off volleys. That's 7 meter length, full and straight to him. Yes, right there. That's what you have to do, Greaves. Well bowled. This is a good spell by Greaves, you know. Good spell. 9.4 overs, 2 for 64. So Kingman said, think Shepherd would do a better job. Well, based on the numbers, we are not quite sure, Kingman. Because again, it's the numbers. But again, you said you think, so it's your opinion, and we have to respect your opinions. Variation is not in their bowling repertoire, said Orville Lynch. Yeah. We are not seeing that. And when England start to bowl, we are going to see a lot of that. Greaves to the left-handed Bettel with it dead straight. It cannon into the 12th man. And there is no run. They're going to pick up back the bails now. Well done, 12 man. So the umpire is setting back the bails and the stump. Brilliant stop there by the 12th man. He came into play then as Bettel hit that back straight down the ground. Hard and straight, but he didn't beat the 12th man. Wow, it hit the middle one at that too. Right in the middle of the 12th man. Well done. Brilliant work there by the 12th man. So let's watch now. Greaves to Bettel. Final delivery of his spell, and Bettel cuts it away. Beat the short third man. Work for the backward point fielder. He came around, cannot stop it. That's Ruston Chase. 4 more. It's 391 for 6. And they will reach 400 easily. Oh, 2 overs to go. Remember that these English players are county players playing in these conditions. Yes, Sheldon, but how does that prevented us from bowling well? How does it prevented Jaden Seals from bowling better? You know, Seals has been playing county cricket. You know, so Tyrrell Seals. Greaves was bowling best, yet he persisted with four. No strategic thinking and comment miss. So Joseph, well, at least they get this right. That's that Joseph should bowl over number 4. What even I don't know. So the problem is the stream is tired now. Everything is tired. We have been going for a long while, man. It's a very long while. How long? Over 3 hours. Oh, brilliant. Can you imagine that? So Joseph bowl shot in the air. Should be a catch. This should be a catch, you know. Brilliant, Brandon King. Where you come? Oh, Ruston Chase. Sorry. Where you come from, boy? Where do you come from? What a catch. Oh, brilliant. Oh, yes, the smile. That was absolutely brilliant. That's the best catch I've seen for 5 years. So there was Alzari Joseph. Back of a length, hard into the pitch as I suggested. Overton tried to hit it down the ground. It went high in the air. Greaves was at mid-off. And he ran about 25-30 meters and catch it going away from him over his shoulder. The best catch I've seen for 5 years. Absolutely brilliant from Ruston Chase. That was a beauty. Can you tell me of a better catch that you have seen? Oh, my Lord. What a beauty. What a beauty from Ruston Chase. So Alzari Joseph, back of a length to Overton. Overton gave himself room and hit it. It came off the higher portion of the bat. It went a long way in the air. For a moment, I thought it was going for 6. But Ruston Chase at mid-off ran back 35 meters and plucked it out of the air. Brilliant. Best catch in 5 years. Wide outside the half stump. I think that one will signal wide. Is it? Let's wait. No, he has not signal wide, but from my position here. Look at that. Back of a length. Don't pitch it up to him. And he tried to hit it. Look how high that ball went into the air. Look at Greaves. Look at Chase. Brilliant. Stunning. And what he does is that he protects the ball. Although at the last moment, he allows it to touch on the ground right there. He should not have done that. There are umpires who would have called it back. I always say protect the ball. There are umpires who would have said call it back. There's no doubt in my mind that he took the catch cleanly. But there are umpires who, when he rolled over and that ball touched the ground ever so slightly, although you were confident that the catch was complete, it touched the ground ever so slightly, and there are umpires who would have called it back. And I know you will all say, yes, he took the catch cleanly and blah, blah, blah. But when let me tell you the umpire reason. Good delivery there. Oh, well taken by Sheo. Brilliant. Brilliant. And that is, you see, when you bowl the bowlers where they should bowl and don't try to mix it up, you get these type of good overs. What a good 49th over by Joseph. Their umpire, and the simple reason the umpire is going to say, when he rolled that second time, if he was close to the boundary and the ball touched the boundary, it would have been 4. So it can't be a catch. That's why you have to protect the ball. The umpires would have called it back. Protect the ball, man. Swings and misses. Brilliant 49th over by Alzari Joseph. Brilliant. Now go back to Seals now. Go back to Seals. What a catch by Raston Chase. Verdi 5 was a marvelous catch from the test captain. West Indies is getting a caning, said Ferrell Francis, yes, but we cannot ignore the beautiful catch. This is a lot of commitment from the test captain, said Verdi 5. Clearly, wow, nice, said Steve Rasu. West Indies is like a white bread crumbs in the last 10 overs bowling in a match. You know? So Chase probably just suffer a knock when he took that catch. He probably just rocked his body a little there when he took that catch. Verdi 5 was a marvelous catch from the test captain. Well done, yes. Well done. Best catch I've seen in 10 years, as I said. So Seals to bowl the final over. He comes in, bowls to the left-handed Bettel. Swings, misses, Opa peel, and he's out. So he's out. You know, all that dismissal, I'm telling you, these two last dismissals, they hurt. I'm glad the batsmen out, but they hurt me because it's that from about the 35th over, we weren't playing the cricket how it should play. We weren't using the bowlers how we should use them. And we all know when we don't use the bowlers in the right way, it just gets out of whack. You know? That's one of those things. Yeah, well done, Seals. Yes, he has bowled well, you know. So Seals, 4 for 81. Can he get a 5 for he has 4 deliveries? Good knock though by Bettel. Can't take that away from him. Can't take that away from him. You know, 2 runs came out of Alzarri Joseph over for 1 wicket. I had said that they were going to get 400, and one can understand why I said that the way they were going. I thought that 400 was well on the card. But now, can Seals deliver these 5 deliveries for less than 6 runs? It's 393 for 8. Seals. He tosses the ball from hand to hand. He begins to move in now. He leans forward, then he straightens up. Passes the umpire, ball to Rashid, who defends. It comes off the inside edge. The bowler runs out to where forward of square should have been. They got a singer. It's 394 for 8 after 49.2. Carr season 2. He will comes into strike. John P. Nicol. So John P. Nicol, good morning to you. As usual, he said Dr. Brown, so he's buttering me up. So let's see what he's coming with now, because he's buttering me up, you know. That's why he calls me Dr. Brown. And, you know, so let's hear what he has to say. Let's watch this delivery, though. Seals over the wicket. Swing and a miss by Carson. There's no run. Can you explain the rationale for winning the toss and not batting first? Well, no, I can't explain it, but John P. Nicola, I would love to hear what your 3 test players friend has to say. And let me see. Ask them, no, John P. Nicola, but I'm telling you the truth. I don't know. I can't explain it, John P. Nicola. That's honestly, I don't understand, so I cannot give you a rationale. And you know, I am good at giving rationale, but I can't in this case. Seals over the wicket, bowls to Cars. Cars look to swing. I think, was it inside edge onto the pad, or was only off the pad? It's off the pad. Leg by signal. What? Inside edge. It was inside edge onto the pad. 3. It's 395 for 8 after 49.4 overs. But I'm saying to you, John P. Nicol, ask your friends, your test playing friends, former test players, ask them what they think, and let us see if it's a good rationale. To win, we will have to beat our 389 in St. George's some years ago, yes. We can chase this down. Seals bowls a Yorker, dug out by Rashid back to the bowler, but they go through for a single. It's 396 for 8 with 1 delivery to go. Restrict them to 400. At least that will be a moral bruiser, moral bootser. Banana Brooks is saying not enough stop balls at the stump or in the corridor. Yes, the occasional short ball, but too many balls to wave the batter. Brilliant point. Good point, that Banana man. Seals balls, good delivery. Oh, Shea misses it, and they reach 400. It's like Shea said, we want to set a record today. Let's make 400. And so that ball was fired in, and Shea misses it at the keeper, as the keeper, and it goes for 4 by England. Exactly 400 for 8. Seals 4 for 84 from his 9 overs. Steve Russell said that the coach is aligned with chasing runs. Let him put more butter on your name, sir. Sir, Dr. Brown, Lal, Jamor Small, yes. Sheldon Simmons say you always bowl first in English conditions. I thank you, everyone. We have been here for over 3 hours. I appreciate the support. And I will be back now. So I'm going to end this stream, but I'm going to set up another stream. And I'll probably start about 10 overs in the West Indies innings. Hopefully, or probably the drinks break, hopefully we'll not lose any wickets by then. So until then, take care of yourself, take care of your loved ones, and see you in a little bit.